Hey, John daw. Kamusta ka na dyan, mate? How are you doing there in Australia? What's the weather there today? Here it's cloudy and windy day. I just finished my sunbathing. Nagpaaraw ako and nag-exercise. My normal routine. Medyo tinanghali na. It's already 10 here. And meron kasi akong inatinang pang Zoom ng 9 to 10 eh. So, ayun, well, thank you for sharing yung Instagram video ni John Dang, no? So, I don't know that guy. Maybe he's a foreigner living in the Philippines. He lives in BGC. Actually responded to his Instagram and in response to the video na pinadala mo. Maraming factor, bro, no? Kung tinatanong mo if that's true, there's so many aspects to consider. First of all, I asked him, is he talking to a legitimate licensed broker? Kasi if he's only selling this property alone, he's not coordinating with a licensed broker or a licensed salesperson like me, it will be hard for him to sell it. Second, property prices now in BGC, kasi minention niya, so he's been selling his condo in BGC for 2 years. So, it means, dalawa lang yon or isa. Sobrang mahal yung market, yung value ng property, he's reselling it. Yeah, there's so many foreigners and Filipinos. Actually, kahapon nga lang, yung classmate ko ng college, si Andrew, he's in Michigan, and then he referred to me yung kanyang office mate na nasa Texas. We just finished, nag-zoom lang kami kahapon, nag-video call, kasi she's selling her property Makapagal. Though the property is already 12 years old na. So, yeah, interview ko muna siya, and then apparently, based on my qualifying questions and interview, may nagre-represent sa kanyang bogus na walang nagre-represent sa kanyang ahente, kaya humingi siya ng tulong kay Andrew, and then Andrew referred me to her. And apparently itong kanyang so-called SPA, medyo pinagsasamantalahan siya. So, and sister-in-law niya yata, I forgot, sister-in-law niya pa. So, ayun, maraming factors, bro, na pwedeng maging reason why this particular person, si John, he's having problem selling his property. Ang unang reason is he might have put his property in the market, sobra siyang mahal. Well, ngayon BGC is very expensive. I think it's hitting right now 500,000 per square meter in the Millionaires Row, doon sa gitna. Paikot kasi yun eh. Kung nakita mo yung buong map ng BGC, yung Millionaires Row doon sa may gitna, yun yung at least 500,000. Kung makita mo yung malapit sa Hyatt, siguro kung nakita mo yung post ko, nasa Hyatt Hotel kami. Ano yan? It was developed by Federal Land. Mga condominiums yan. So, I think dalawa. May mga condominium dyan. Pumapalo na yun ng half a million per square. Wala pa si Shang dyan. So, si Shang, yun na rin, si hotel. So, actually, maraming factors. Kung reselling in BGC, medyo challenging na kasi sobrang competitive yung price. Ang normally ginagawa namin, ay sabi ko nga kagabi, yung normally procedure namin is we do comparable analysis first. So bibigyan niya sa akin, normally pag nagpabenta ang isang unit owner, meron na silang naka-set na price. Pero normally they don't really check the market. Titingnan lang nila, they check the market. Titingnan lang nila kung ano yung nandoon. Titingnan din nila magkano yung nasa developer. Developer is very expensive. Price increase na yung multiple times. So, normally what we do is we do comparable analysis, and then gumagawa kami ng net sheet, and then ibe-base namin kung ano yung pinakamataas, pinakamababa, ilalagay natin yung property niya sa gitna. So, lagi ko sinasabi, if your property is too high, lalangawin talaga yan. Nilalangaw na yung property niya for 2 years. So, ibig sabihin nun, hindi siya pinapansin. Okay, maraming factor, probably itsura, what kind of things inside, nakikita, maganda ba yung presentation ng kanyang pictures, professionally taken ba yung pictures, may video ba siya, really ang daming possibility. Minamarket niya ba to all real estate platforms, so nag-i-invest pa siya o baka nilalagay niya na sa marketplace, sa Facebook. Maraming pwedeng paglagyan. Tapos yun lang, yung pinaka ron is too expensive. And then yung shinare niya mga vloggers, mga kilala ko Mga foreigner yun kasi ang dahilan niya pa, tingnan mo ang dahilan niya is ang hard daw to have a bank loan. And those vloggers are foreigners. They cannot get bank loans in the Philippines. 'Di ba? So medyo doon pala medyo meron siyang ginagawang propaganda, okay? Parang dinidiscredit niya na it's really hard to resell property here. Actually may mga client nga ako nagbenta sa Acacia Estate dyan sa tabi lang ng BGC. Hindi nila talaga mabebenta ng mahal, bro. Just to let you know. If you're gonna sell the property, sasabayan mo yung market, hindi mo talaga siya mabebenta. Yun lang yun. Ganun lang yung bottom line dito. Pero if you compare our prices here sa Philippines, compare there in Australia, sobrang layo. Ang layo ng property price namin sa Singapore. Ang layo ng property price ng Philippines sa Japan, sa Dubai. So dito pa rin sila tingnan mo bakit dito nagpupuntahan yung mga Amerikano, foreigners? Kasi mas mura pa rin compared to America. Di ba? Di ba? So, this guy has a plan eh. So, I don't know his agenda. Pero, yung kanyang ginawa example I've been following those bloggers. Okay, hindi ko na sila pinapalo ngayon kasi nga, well, alam mo na, pag iba na yung pinapalo mo, hindi na sila lumalabas. Pero I've known that those bloggers, siguro yung pandemic, pinapalo ko yung dalawang vlogger na yun. Isa doon, German couple, isa doon, tiga British guy, mga Brits. Okay, so dalawang couple yung vloggers and they went here I guess 7 years ago na lagi nila sinabi, oh, the Philippines is so wonderful. I I want to live here. Before kasi nagpupunta lang once in a while before the pandemic, and then nag-decide na sila bago mag-pandemic, nag-decide na sila mag-rent. Actually, di sila bumili, nag-rent lang yan sa BGC. Yung isa nag-rent sa May Manila, I forgot. Pero yung isang guy doon, nag-rent yan sa BGC kasi nagbablog yan about BGC, about Makati. Isa doon nakatira sa Makati, yung isa doon sa BGC. And then nagpupunta yan kung saan-saan sa mga beaches. Katapos yung mga companies here, binibigyan sila opportunity, pinagstay sila diyan sa isang very expensive condo ni Ayala sa tabi ng Landmark, 'di ba? So ano na sila? Kumbaga well-known na sila. I follow them hanggang nag-reach na ng 500,000 or 100,000 yung followers sila. They were celebrating. May agenda tong guy na to, tong si John Tang. So, if you're a Filipino, bro, having a bank loan, ikaw nag-bank loan ka naman, di ba? So, alam mo naman yun. Depende sa bank. BDO, I don't like BDO, sorry. Like recently lang, hindi mo recently, siguro December of 2023. Yung kliyente ko na missionary from my previous years in Victory, they're missionary from Cyprus. Si Pastor Pastor Richard, forgot the name. So, nag-message sa akin, nasa Cyprus. Sabi, Mike, kamusta na dyan? Gano'n. Kamusta ang property price? Sabi ko dyan. That was December of 2023 pa. So, sabi ko, all is well here, Pastor Rich. Kamusta dyan Cyprus? Yeah, actually, uuwi kami dyan. Ng wife ko. Tapos, we will be staying longer kasi we plan to adopt. Mag-a-adopt na daw sila kasi for the longest time, since nga they're missionaries, wala silang children. So darating kami by January, gano'n. So, you have, iikot mo nga kami, gano'n. So, eto, kliyente ko na to. Bumili to sa akin ng 2016, 2006, something like that. So more than 10 years ago pa. Nakatira sila sa DMCI in Pasig. So, East Raya. So, they bought a 2-bedroom property there worth 2.1 million. You know how much they sold it? 3.3 million. Okay? Just this year. Okay? So, I don't think this guy is really telling the truth, no? So, it's hard to sell properties in the Philippines. It really depends on kasi matching talaga siya, bro, eh. Sabi ko lagi ko I'm being transparent to my client. Ngayon ang dami nagpapabenta sa akin. Dito na sa Pasig, meron ako na meet na retiree na, widower na siya. She plans na to migrate to New Zealand kasi nandoon yung mga anak niya. Ayan, laki-laki ng bahay niya rito sa may Pasig, sa Bartville. Biro mo yung pangalan ng village, Bartville. So I went there, nag-ocular ako, tapos I interviewed her, I took some pictures. And then, the house is 29 years old. Pero well-maintained. Ang gaganda ng gamit, puro nara, talagang... So, what do you plan to do with the things? So, wala pa siya actually yung idea. Parang sabi, bebenta niya, pero iwan yung iba. Sabi ko, gagawin natin, ipapa-assess muna natin. I'll check the market value. She wants to sell it at 20 million. Okay? Sabi ko, ma'am, it's too expensive. you're not living in a very expensive subdivision. 'Di ba? So 20 million, it might not be be sold right away. So pero sabi, gusto ko na mabenta may kasi gusto ko nang umalis dito. Yan, ganun. So yun yung mga qualifying answers, no, if that person is really hot selling the property, or okay lang, even though it takes me a year, okay lang, sabi niya, I wanna sell it before I go to New Zealand, sabi niya. Okay, so and then sabi ko, I'll do comparable analysis, and then we'll check the zonal value and then the market value. So balikan kita. So ayun, and then this lady in Texas, ganun din na sinabi ko sa kanya. Kaya lang, sabi ko, you have to do these things first. May issue pa siya sa kanyang sister-in-law kasi nga SPA, ganun. So, wala siyang SPA dito, she has to liquidate na. Yung isang sagot ko dun, bro, if this is ang tanong mo, is this true? Marami nagbebenta. Yeah, I can be transparent with you. There's so many Filipinos, OFWs na probably there in Australia or New Zealand or US na nagli-liquidate na ng properties nila. Kasi they bought it 10 or 20 years ago, probably 10 years ago, a year ago, they wanna liquidate it. Iba-iba yung reason. And then some of them, they cannot pay anymore. Especially mga na-meet ko from Dubai, yung lalo ng pandemic, she bought 3 or 5 properties. Never she did know na magkaka-pandemic. Diba? She has to liquidate all properties kasi hindi niya mababayaran na. So, ang daming reason, John, yung sinasabi mo kung totoo. Yeah, people are still selling it. There's a lot of people selling it. Ang bank financing here is only open for either corporation, kung may corporation siya, or American siya, na meron siya kasawang Pilipina, di ba? And then itong Pilipina, she's a working person and she has a good credit line, credit standing, she can actually have a loan. Or they can pay cash. So, basta foreigners cannot get a loan. Yun lang yun. Kasi yung kanyang ginawa example, those are foreigners. They cannot get loan. Ang sabi niya doon sa video niya, it's hard to get a loan dito kasi ngayong process. Yeah, if you compare dito sa Pilipinas, talaga bro, medyo hindi pa talaga dito. To be honest. Compared to the US, compared din sa Australia, di ba sabi mo nga, ang daling kumuha ng property dyan. Kaya lang, well, you can afford it na. Di ba kasi matagal ka na dyan kung gusto mo talaga dyan tumira. Pero it's really ang layo talaga ng diferensya. Depende based on the system. So yun lang, gusto ko lang i-encourage kita doon, and I hope na I shed light to you. Medyo i-save ko to sa YouTube. I'll be putting it in the YouTube kasi hindi siya ma-upload sa Messenger kasi masyado na siya mabigat. So almost 12 minutes na. Okay, God bless you, and say hi to my cat. Yan, it's my exercise buddy. Her name is Kika. Hi Kika. Kika. Say hi to John. Yeah. Yeah, tahimik. Okay. Bro, take care. Hope to see you. Bye.